I went to B school at the age of 30 and survived it in one piece. Here I'm sharing my experience. And before we get started, here are some fun facts about me. I'm an engineer, and my engineering college required us to live in a hostel. So I lived for 4 years in a hostel away from my parents and family. Before joining B school, I had 10 years of work experience in consulting across different cities in India. I had a team of about 5 people and I was managing them. So, what I want to tell here is that I was not doing everything by myself. At the point in my life when I went to B school, I was used to delegating some stuff and getting some stuff by others. And then I was used to a set routine, being 30 years old, having my own lifestyle, a kind of a house that I'm living in, my car, and my daily routine and stuff like that. So all these things usually make it more difficult for us to survive in new situations. So when I went to B school, the first challenge I faced was with grades. Now let me tell you that this was a 1 year program, all residential, and it was super competitive, and so I had to work double triple my regular capacity to survive B school. So the first thing that bothered me were grades, and before I start with grades, it took me a long time to understand the grades strategy. What does it take for me to get a good grade? Because in my engineering, it was a 4 year course. We had 6 month semesters, and in my B school, I had 1.5 month semesters. So you can understand that the amount of time I got to understand the grade strategy over here was much higher than the amount of time I got here. And I must tell you that I was not a very great academic performer in my engineering. So, and it was also not very competitive. You wouldn't lose a grade on half a mark, but here the situation was different. So it took me a bit of time to understand the grade strategy. What would make me gain or lose a grade? There were courses where the group activity would determine the grade, courses where the exams would determine the grade, courses where you will have the tutorials or the individual assignments determine the grade, and there were courses where class participation would determine the grade. And that was my biggest challenge, considering that it was very difficult for me to start talking about different things on a daily basis, and I would always search for this awesome point that I want to make, and suddenly if I raise my hand and I had a point and the professor doesn't call me out, it used to become very challenging for me to come up with another interesting point before someone else takes it up. And of course at that point in time, it was also very different for me, because my classmates were from a slightly different generation, and they were used to opening their laptops in the class and do Control F and figure out what the professor is asking, and I would solely rely on memory because I'm a little bit old school, not having used laptops in class, having always worked on papers and stuff like that. But then it was a big challenge for me to also manage classwork, considering that you'll have to revise the stuff that you studied in class on the same day, considering it's a 1.5 month semester. You will also have to do the pre-reads for the previous day, and you will also have to manage your assignments. So the first thing that I got out of the board were grades. My first semester was a disaster, but later on when I figured out how to work things up, it became a little better, and I must tell you that I'm very proud of the GPA that I passed out with. The second thing that most people focus on in B schools is network, and I did not focus on networking at that point in time, considering that I had zero time after I managed my grades and other things that I wanted to do before I managed my network. And I could see that visibly my classmates were behaving differently initially in terms of networking, and behaving differently when they were about to leave campus in terms of networking. Initially, it was all networking with people who have come from similar backgrounds as me, or who have come from companies where I intend to go. And at the time of leaving campus, it all became networking with people who have made it into my dream companies, or who have made into the dream careers that I one day aspire to be in. And so for me, it was very weird to do that kind of a networking. I hardly made any friends, but at the end of the day, I realized that the context of networking is much more important than the companies or the type of profiles you're looking for. And I wanted to manage my time well between classes and networking, and I prioritize classes, considering that this is something that I will never ever get again. And this is something that I can always build through the bonding that we develop because of being in the same college. And then I realized after I passed out that there was an alumni group email. There were a lot of alumni chapters, there were a lot of alumni activities to actually build up your network. and assist you in whatever situation you're in, should you need your college mates to help you. And so networking was like on the back burner for me. Then the next phase that people pass through when they are in B school is placements. So initially we had total 8 semesters. The first 4 semesters, everyone was focused on grades, because those are the grades that will be considered for shortlisting you for jobs. And then they all moved on to networking and having fun. So for me, placements was always, I would always say that it is a matter of luck for you to get shortlisted, for you to get the first interview slot, for you to get even the job. Of course, your preparation and your capability, your skills, your previous experience matter, but luck is also a very important factor. So I will not talk a lot about placements. But then we were all urged to have backups, and considering that we were coming from different industry backgrounds with a lot of experience, and most of my peers came with an average of 3 to 5 years of experience, the chances of us getting placed were slightly bleak, and hence we were all suggested and recommended to have backup plans. I got placed on day one, and I'm really happy and proud about it, and I really like the company that I'm working for. But moving on from placements, there were other things that I also managed to do during my B school journey. I managed to keep in touch with my family and friends, and I ensured that I am not completely disconnected from them. Although there were times when I would really require support from them in terms of understanding that I'm not able to call you daily or even weekly or even monthly basis, and I had immense support from my family and friends to do that. But whenever I used to feel low, I would approach the campus counselor and talk to her about the challenges I'm facing, the immense pressure that I'm going through, the kind of support I need and stuff like that, and that really helped me out. But my only focus of going to B school, experiencing all this, was to go in as a good person and come out as an even better person. And in order to do that, I have compromised on a bit of things. For example, I did not do a lot of networking on campus. I did not make a lot of friends on campus. I probably did not do a lot of other things well. But at the end of the day, I feel that I went in with a focus to maximize on the learning that I get from classwork, to maximize the learning that I get from what my professors have to tell me, to maximize my experience of learning from my classmates' experiences in life, to maximize the learning opportunities that my B school is providing me. That was my sole aim of going into B school, and I believe that I have accomplished that, and so I'm happy that I managed to survive the super stressful environment that a B school usually provides. And the other thing, when we are building a network and when we are trying for placements and for example, other fun activities that classmates usually have, it becomes a bit difficult if you are in the age group that I am talking about, 30 plus, considering that you'll have a family, you'll have a set lifestyle, you're used to working in teams, so you're also used to managing teams. It becomes a bit difficult to become equal to all of them and then start your journey from zero. It becomes a bit difficult for also to adapt yourself to the newer generations activities. For example, when I was in engineering, there was no WhatsApp, but when I went to B school, everybody was on WhatsApp literally everywhere. And so all these cultural changes would definitely impact you. If I could survive B school at 30, I am hoping and I'm positive that everybody else would also do. But do keep in mind that you need to manage all this.